Heyo! Welcome back to Luck Management. It's your host Carter Loesch, and today we got a pick of the day, bros episode. Coming in hot, coming in heavy. I got two of my best friends in the entire world, Ryan Eckhaus and Turner Burgess. Welcome to the pod, boys.
Thank you.
What's up?
We're
Oh,
excited.
the fanfare. Oh my God, you guys are too amped to be here. Hey, maybe if you put that much enthusiasm in your picks, you guys
I
might
know.
be actually hitting better.
I know it's ridiculous right now. We'll get back on track.
So, just to preface this, Luck Management is always sponsored by Charmandy. Get yourself some Charmandy. Got mine rocking a little bit here. Keychains, necklaces, Notre Dame all the way. I got a couple of Notre Dame bros right here a little bit. Like you guys understand the world of Notre Dame. You both have been to Notre Dame football games with me, so all the respect in the world there. Go Irish. But let's start out with the preface of what the pick of the day, bros, is. And me and Turner kind of came up with this idea. Turner, if you want to speak on it for a minute, what the impetus of how this got going and where we are today.
Yeah, I can speak on it. So, sports betting became legal in North Carolina, so thought I'd dabble a little bit. And Carter and I had a conversation, and I just kept telling him, I'm like, I'm betting too much, I'm losing. He would kept going, you need to have one
Too
pick.
much.
Well, not like no, too frequently, not the amount, just too frequently.
Yeah.
But anyways, Carter was like, just do one, one pick, like lock it, let's do it. So we kind of just started doing it for fun. And then we had a couple wins and we're like, well, let's do this, for as long as we want to. So, and now
Yeah.
we're here with the pick of the day, bros. And I got a nice addition too with that house coming in.
Yeah. I mean, the way that I saw it was Turner and I were talking about gambling a little bit, and I was living in Texas, so it wasn't legal. But you got Notre Dame football playing, and I'm like, dang, you got to have a little action. It gives you a little bit of juice in your life.
Absolutely.
And I think that the biggest racket in the entire world is this whole concept of, you throw a parlay down and you get plus 250, or you're betting on 80 different games and you hit like 6 of them and you're like, okay, I'm ended up losing money. I was like, what if we just focused our energy on a pick of the day? Now, of course, we sprinkle in little bets here and there, back and forth, but I was like, we can actually focus on that and we can start tracking it. And I think are we up at 100 days now? Or are we at
gotta
we're
be.
at like 3 months now.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that me and Turner kind of started this boat. And then I was like, Ecky's a big guy in the sports realm. He knows his way around some sports here, some MLB, some football. I think we all have our own sort of renditions of how we kind of look at sports and do all that. And so we decided to bring in Ecky. And Ecky, you've been a great addition to the pick of the day, bros.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's good to get the juices flowing every day and have that one pick. Because yeah, I definitely had the same problem y'all were talking about. Throwing down. I don't want to say how many picks on games. It's good to just have like one or two picks now. So glad to be here.
Dude, happy you're here. So I think officially what we got to say, what are our records right now? Let's, Ecky, you started off.
I think I'm 32 and 27, and my pick of the day for what is this, Monday, June 16th is going on right now. We got the Phillies at the Miami Marlins, and it's tied up 1-1 in the top of the third. So
Okay,
tight game.
I rode.
Yeah,
we're all riders on this too.
Oh, yeah.
We all ride and say, okay, respect the biz. Turner, what about you?
For my pick of the day?
Yeah.
Well, I went a little last second, so I apologize for that. And Carter might not like this, but I've been doing a daily doubles. Saw this pick, and you pick two players to get one hit, and generally, depending on the spread, you can get close to double your money. So at first, kind of a bad streak, but I've been hotter than the sun.
You have been hot. We've all been kind of cooking lately, man.
Not as hot as you though, but today I got Brandon Lowe for a hit on the Tampa Bay Rays, and then Aaron Judge hit on the Yankees. So parlay those two together, got plus 100, nice even odds. Both are kind of they're due for one. They're due for a hit. So I'm confident tonight.
Dude, Aaron Judge was 1 for 12 against the Red Sox.
I know.
Where they got swept, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable right there. You're Red Sox.
Oh yeah, I know the Red Sox, and I forgot to mention my record is 48-44.
48 and 44.
It's been definitely up and down. I sprinted out with the regular season NBA, and then just plummeted back down. I'm proud to say I was below, not proud, but I was below 500, and I've worked above it. So we've been grinding out here.
Hey, dude, you gotta work hard to get those picks right. I mean, I will say my pick of the day today, a little bit out there, plus 100, so tough odds. Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 strikeouts. I did not know he's only gonna pitch like 2 innings today.
He can do it.
So I was not prepared for that, and I was like, "Yo, this is the biggest moneymaker thing you could do in this entire world." I was like, "How do you not choose Shohei Ohtani?" I'm like, 6 innings? Of course he's gonna get like
easy, yeah,
at least 2 straight. And then they're like, "Yeah, he's gonna be on a pitch count, and he's probably got 2 innings in him." I'm like, "Oh, that's 6 outs. that's tough." But it's Shohei Ohtani, right? Like, he might be the best generational player that MLB has seen since Mike Trout, but like nobody even knows Mike Trout really either. So it's like he's kind of elevated and changed the game, and I think he's got some nasty stuff. So I think it's possible. And I've been throwing some big money bets out there too. So, but they've been hitting. It's been hitting. Everything's coming up. See Loesch. That's luck management right there. But my record, 49 and 34. Rocking right now. We're 15 games over 500 and going for number 50.
Let's get it.
Big
Fingers
time.
crossed.
How many of those are like minus 300, minus 400 odds?
Minus 270.
Okay.
Like the Thunder, the Wizards, and like the regular season, like something like that.
Okay. I will be honest. I do have a couple picks here and there that have been easier in the realm of picks. But the biggest scam going on in college betting, and I've told you this, Eckhaus, and maybe I talked to you about this too, Turner. Why are we getting into this world of gambling has taught us, oh, okay, like if you don't bet $10 and you don't make $10 back, that's not a good bet. Doubling your money, right, essentially? But wait a second. In every other facet of life, if you make 10%, 5%, 25%, 50% on a stock that you pick, that's phenomenal. Those are gains right there. But gambling has taught us, like, no, you need to double your money over 100% or at least the amount. That's crazy. That's why everybody loses in gambling. So my new strategy, which I still do tough games. You can't say that I'm not doing tough games.
The tough ones.
I knew you were coming at me. But if you do that, if you go minus 300, you're making 33% on your money.
It's pretty good.
Oh, wait. It may seem like, wait a second, this is actually like, it's too easy. You know what, dude? If I'm making 30% of my money, that's a win. Put that in the record books.
A win's a win.
You have any rebuttal, Eckhaus? Any rebuttal?
No, I can't say you don't have a good track record. So, I'm just trying to give the boys, I want the boys to double their money every day. I'm not trying to get 10% gains. Then I just invest in the S&P, man. If I wanted to, be an old man, you were calling me an old man earlier. I would just put it in an index fund. But no, I'm here to double my money every day. Retire early.
Absolutely.
Now, I like that approach. I think that approach is very nice. But the best gamblers in the world end up being 52, 53%. And if I win 3 more games here, I'm over the average. I might be I might be a picker right here. I'm kind of figuring it out a little bit, and we're making money, dude. It's nothing ever easy, man, except for Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 strikeouts
Oh yeah,
tonight. Book it.
book it, book it.
I am worried. I'm very worried. But boys, it's actually turned into something awesome because you two are like best friends in the world, and like the way that we can just chat about what's going on in the sports world kind of keeps you engaged what's going on in the sports world. And when you get a pick right and
Mm.
everybody's eating, the boys are eating, come on.
Great feeling.
What's
There's
your
nothing better.
you guys are big NBA guys. I haven't really paid attention much this season. I know, or at least the postseason. Carter, you've been
Yeah.
kind of hot on these picks. So who you got in the NBA tonight? I know it's not your pick of the day, but what do you got?
OKC at home. It's like minus 320. You would hate that bet. You would hate that bet right now. I do think that OKC wins it at home. I feel like that stadium is electric. I've been to an OKC game. It was a regular season game, and it went to overtime. And like everyone in that stadium, they love Oklahoma City basketball. It's all they have, dude. That and tornadoes.
Seriously, yeah.
Like it's like got one big skyscraper in the middle of Oklahoma City, and you're like, wow, okay, this is considered a major city. Shea Gilgeous, Siga,
FGA.
SGA, coming in hot. He is kind of the worst person in the world to watch play, though. Like, it's like he gets touched and he falls like 1,000 feet. It's absurd.
Foul baiting at its finest right there.
So, but I've been kind of hot on the NBA picks. I mean, my last pick of the day was more hockey. I've been kind of flexing hockey a little bit though there too. The little Connor McDavid goal. I mean, that's kind of a given.
Mm-hmm.
And then the face-off, dude. The face-off win was huge.
That was big.
That was electric. Picking Edmonton to win it? Like, come on. It's 50-50 right there.
I know. It's a good call.
So I got OKC tonight. Who you got, Tburge?
I felt I got to ride with you. I mean, the Pacers stole the first game. I don't think they can do it again at OKC. They're just too strong. But
Yeah.
it's a coin flip to me. We'll just see how Halliburton does.
Halle. The Halliban, which is quite the topic nowadays. Who do you got, Ecky?
I don't know. I mean, I Pacers plus 9.5. Like, that's crazy to win double-digit points. Game 5. There's been a lot of back and forth, tough games.
Yeah.
I might have to. I don't think the Pacers will win outright, but I mean, I feel like this series is a lot more competitive than people thought. You know, I think people just thought the Thunder would run away with it, but like,
yeah,
the Pacers have been fought all year. Like, it's gonna. I think it'll go Game 7. You know, maybe Thunder win tonight, Indiana win a close one back in Indianapolis, and see what happens Game 7 in Oklahoma City. But what do I know? I don't think I've picked an NBA game in
you have not, dude.
Month or so, a couple months.
I don't know. You're an MLB specialty guy, and then we got Tburge coming with the daily doubles on hits, which I hate. But I've been riding, and you've been hot lately, so I'm like, hell yeah. But with the NBA, I'm like, of course he's going to hit 2 threes. Of course he's going to get 8 rebounds, and they never do. When the NBA doesn't hit, it almost makes me more angry. Like, because these guys can have like an average of 20 points a game, and then they just throw 11 points, and you're like, what is this? So, I don't know. I mean, this series has blown me away, and I heard a stat. The Pacers have not lost back-to-back games since March 15th. Like, that's 3 months ago, dude.
They've been as hot as OKC since January.
Is Halliburton elite?
Is this the superstar debate?
Is he a superstar?
I think he's a star, not a superstar. I mean, he has off nights, and you watch SGA, he's popping off for 30-plus points every night. Like, that's a superstar. as someone who's
True.
consistent.
Yeah. And if like Trey Turner isn't hitting, and then you have like what's his name? Siakam. Oh my God. Siakam has caused me nightmares,
I
dude.
hate
But he's won me some money too.
Yeah. Well, any advice on NBA is pretty much bet under, because I bet over and been burned so many times in the playoffs for this postseason. Under.
I swear to God, some of our bets have been like the bad beats that you see on Scott Van Pelt late night of just like, are you kidding me? This is like the most absurd thing. Like, you always used to do the like rebounds, points, and assists, and like you miss it by one, dude. I would I would throw my phone across the freaking room.
Trust me, you and me both.
I mean, Ryan, on the MLB side, you kind of know your games. I mean, I know you're an Orioles fan, right? Kind of like the boys over there, but like you got kind of a love for baseball.
Yeah, I always love for baseball. I just like haven't paid attention because the Orioles have been so bad for so long. But now, well, they're not good this year, but the past couple of years they've been pretty hot. So I figured I would dive in, start paying attention. Yeah, no, it's a good game to watch, and there's a lot of statistical analysis to it. So it's a cool it's a cool sport. Even though it's probably not the most entertaining to watch, but they're definitely putting like more rules and stuff like the pitch clock to try and make it more like fast paced and turn the offense up and juicing the balls.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, chicks love the long ball, bro.
Yeah, torpedo bats.
Yeah. So
Is that still a thing?
Kind of. I don't know.
Well,
I feel like it kind of just died down.
People were already using the torpedo bats last year. I think it was just like, or like the past, like it's always been a thing. It's just like, oh, like the Yankees just showed up to like spring training with like a couple different guys rocking the torpedoes and just cranking it. But they were just probably just hot. But yeah, Judge is fun to watch. I mean, the stars that are like hitting like 300, 400, and like 40, 50 home runs. Those guys are always exciting to turn on the TV. And you got some really good teams and some really bad teams. If you want to watch some offense, just turn on that Colorado Rockies game. There's 10, 15, 20 runs a night.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's
and the ball flies out there. Like, to see those guys play and like have them lose as many games, I think they're on pace for the worst season ever in the MLB. It's actually absurd.
Are they trying to lose? Are they tanking?
We said it last year.
I mean, what you have, I mean, the Yankees are actually better than I expected. I didn't think that they would have like as great of a year, but like Max Fried coming in. I just noticed we're like an AL East podcast right here because you're the Orioles, Ryan. Tburge, you're the Red Sox, and I'm a Yankees fan, so nobody wants to talk about Toronto, dude. We can leave them.
No.
leave the Canadians out there,
keep them
bro.
over there.
Until they become the 51st state, bro, I'm not talking about them.
No. What country? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, 51st state right there, man. I guess that spurs the question. If you guys could be a professional in any sport and like what position, what would you guys choose? You can pick the team.
Yeah, I was gonna say pro golfer, but now I guess you're saying team sport.
If you wanted to go pro golfer, you can go pro golfer, but you gotta stand behind your claim. I gotta hear why. You don't even golf, Brian.
Yeah, but
is this realistic?
I did for a bit, and I just stopped because it took so much time and it was tough. But yeah, if I could magically like be like like a top 100 golfer, like I would go for that.
Man,
you just
did you guys watch any of the U.S. Open? That was crazy.
Some of it.
So you'd be a golfer?
I would, but honestly, a team sport does sound a little bit more fun. But like the past couple of years, I mean, the most sports I've played is like golf and tennis. So
yeah.
Ayo, this episode of Luck Management is brought to you by Charm ND. Love the Notre Dame Lucky Charms. I love Notre Dame, and when I went to school there, I wanted to have a way of holding a piece of Notre Dame in your hand. And the first iteration came from small little tubes and filling up with pieces from around Notre Dame. And it's evolved into a really cool and wonderful business that I truly cherish. And now we have necklaces, we have keychains, we have earrings, and we have bracelets. All of these pieces are from Notre Dame. So in our keychains, we have soil from Notre Dame's campus with 24 karat gold flakes. We have AstroTurf from the Notre Dame football stadium and wood shavings from the old seats of Notre Dame Stadium, a true classic of history and tradition of the Notre Dame football way. We also have gold helmets that are painted with the same gold that they use on the Notre Dame football helmets and from the Golden Dome, straight gold from the Golden Dome. All these pieces are so incredible to me, and I hope that you all enjoy them. And you can find me on charm_ND on Instagram, or you can go to our Etsy shop, which is Charm ND Store on Etsy. So please give it a check out and love the Charm ND.
You don't want to be a Ravens safety, dude? Come on. Kyle Hamilton
Or
up in here?
quarterback.
Go Irish.
I'm trying to live till I'm like 90, man. I'm not trying to play football.
True.
Dude, I know, man. Like, it's guaranteed you're gonna get CTE.
Mm-hmm.
Wild. Tburge, what would you do?
Well, okay, so if we're not going to be like realistic with our actual athletic traits, I think I would go NBA. I just always been a fan of basketball, loving that 3-point shot, and I don't know, there's just something about that. Like it's just a fun sport to play. I mean, there are injuries, but not as bad as football. So I'd want to be like a small forward in the NBA on the Hornets, of course, bringing us a championship.
Shooter? You'd be a shooter?
Yeah, 3 and D wing prospect.
Like, Josh McRoberts back in the day?
No.
McRoberts!
No. He's a power forward center. I don't want to be like him.
You want to be a
Gotta have the
Yeah.
ball in my hands. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, T-Bears, we had our days of playing basketball together. You got a good jump shot, dude.
Oh yeah.
Politics, man. There's always politics in the
Uh-huh.
world of basketball.
Yeah, there is.
Story for a different day. Story for a different day. Every time I'm over at Turner's, we always play blacktop and stuff
Mhm.
too. So we just like do the random people. You kind of like pick the teams, and it gets heated out
Oh
there.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, it
Competitive.
gets heated.
Competitive.
For me, I think if I could pitch for the New York Yankees,
Hmm.
I feel like that would be so elite.
Yeah.
And of course, it's not a good stadium because a lot of long balls out there.
Yeah.
But if you're just like elite, like a Garrett Cole or like a CC Sabathia when he was cooking, oh man, that I feel like that's kind of near the pinnacle of where you want to be.
Mhm.
That or I'm not good at hockey, but if I could play for the New York Rangers, that would be pretty
You
sick. too.
used
It's
to play hockey, right?
Yeah, well, my sister and brother, they all played. I was a little fat kid, dude, and my ankles would hurt so bad when I was playing it. And I was like, I don't like this. I like being on my own feet, so I'm gonna go play baseball and basketball.
I don't get maybe y'all know I don't get how they can I don't get how hockey works with the physics of it. I don't get it. The way that they can move with the stick and the puck and skating like that. I've never even tried to ice skate before, but just
Really?
I know it's not easy, but so it's people have trouble just doing it, just to begin, and now they're going crazy 20 miles an hour on skates while dangling the puck and stuff. How does that work?
I have no idea, dude. The physics of it are actually crazy. I actually love skating. It is fun as I've gotten older and you get good at it, but I've never really had a stick or I've played broom ball. Did you guys ever do that where you went out on the ice and you guys had
Mhm.
sticks and you had to hit these balls? I did it for my fraternity and stuff, but dude, and like falling on the ice, hits and everything. It gets crazy out there. And these guys, it's like honestly, they don't even realize that they have skates on. They're so natural on the ice. You ever skate, Tburge?
I think I've ice skated once, and it was probably one of the toughest experiences of my life. I was out there wobbling on like ankles breaking. I don't even know if I could move forward. I was just sitting there shaking, like someone help me. It's
I
tough.
can imagine. You get like the little thing that you like hold on to
I
when
need
you're
that, to be
skating.
honest. I mean, so you got to think about hockey players. Like the majority of them are kind of on the shorter sides. They have a low center of gravity. You have
Yeah,
those random guys that are behemoths out there, but I can't balance like that. I know like part of it is you got to kind of move forward to kind of get that momentum. I just can never get started.
yeah,
Hockey's fun to watch, can never play.
yeah. They say balance is in the ears. So if you got your ears upright, apparently that helps. And I I don't know, dude. I would fall a ton. I'm out on that.
Yeah.
And hey, Florida's gonna win it again. We're
Mm-hmm.
keeping the cup out of Canada.
Yeah.
Book it here. We're a pro America podcast here.
America.
All right. Well, yeah, that's some really great sports talk, and we're gonna get into it a little bit more here in a little bit. But I wanted to start off with just some highs of the week. Anything that's been going on for you? It could be from last week or feeding into this week. What's been good in your guys' life? T-Birds, take it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to go first or anything, but I mean, there's a couple things. I guess we need to pick one, right? One
Yeah, or
high.
no, you can pick a couple. Yeah, dude, run it.
There's two
It's all
things.
yeah.
One has been getting a lot of good beach time recently. For anyone listening, I live in Wilmington, North Carolina. So I'm
Yay.
like 10, 15 minutes from the beach and got some good beach days and body surfing. And that first burn of the summer last weekend or 2 weekends ago, that was bad, but I needed it. So grateful for that. And last night my wife and I had a fun experience. Did some painting.
Shout out
Decided,
Maggie.
yeah, shout out Maggie. I'm sorry for delaying the podcast, and I appreciate y'all being able to do it tonight. But we painted some pictures of our dachshund Louie. I thought that was really fun and something we both enjoyed doing and had some good laughs and moments. Louie was upset because he couldn't sleep in our laps, but we had a fun time. So two grateful things
What
there.
what brought the idea to do that?
Yeah. Huh, funny you ask. So Carter got Maggie and I a gift before our wedding as a wedding gift, and it was this book full of different kind of adventures you can do with your partner. And you scratch it off. You kind of you see kind of what style of the adventure it is, and you scratch it off, and you have to do that like 1 day a week or just whenever you have the time. And it's just fun to do something different that you may not think about doing. You
Yeah.
can get set in your ways and kind of have the same routine, but to do something like painting the picture, it was way more fun than I thought. So yeah, shout out Carter, shout out for that great gift and grateful time last night. So yeah, that's the two things for me.
Ayo. That's cool. Yeah, you ever heard of those, Ryan? They're like these these
Heard of
adventure
those
books.
things? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
They're like they're pretty fun to do, and
Mhm.
it's something different. And I am always one of those people. It's like go do the activity, right?
Mhm.
Like go get out there, go and have a good time, and it kind of gives you, and you can't not do it. Like once you
Yeah.
scratch it, you're like kind of like booked into doing
Yep.
something, and so you're like, I don't know what I'm about to expect, but there's a little camera with it, and you
Yep.
take it. Do you guys take pictures of the how'd the dog turn out?
I think mine was perfect, executed like a
Nice.
live portrait. Maggie, I think she did more of the Disney Pixar version of Louie.
Yeah.
But we need to take a picture. We didn't do that last night, but we got to show off the final results.
Yeah, I'll insert that right here
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the middle of the pod.
You can vote who
That's
was
awesome,
best.
man.
Yeah, thank you.
Louis, shout out Louis, new
Louie.
pup.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, what about you, man?
Definitely one of the big things, not like a specific um, event, but getting a lot of good like seeing old friends type time the past like month or two. And I don't know if other cities are like this. Maybe I feel like it's like a southern thing, but it's like all of my friends that live in Atlanta, and I think people that have listened to me on the pod before know that I live in Atlanta, but
ATL.
no one is like here in the summer. Like you have like football season, the winter, the spring, and then like the summer is just like everyone just goes away. Everyone's going on trips, whatever, and then everyone comes back for football season because it just means more down south. So
SEC.
everyone knows they gotta be around. But so yeah, I haven't been able to see a ton of my friends that are in town, but I've luckily been able to see friends elsewhere, whether it's going to my high school reunion. Carter came through, and I saw him in Houston like a month or two before that. Had friends from like the West Coast and yeah, just been getting a lot of good friend time, just seeing people like that on the weekend. And then number two, yeah, I'm actually really enjoying my job. I have a ton to do, like been going into the office more, being around people more. I think it's super interesting what I'm doing. Like I'm essentially like a supply chain consultant now. And I'm really excited to like learn more about like how supply chain and warehouses and distribution works, because like that's how things move around everywhere. It's all about like supply chains. Like when you have my iPhone that I'm doing this podcast on, right? All this came because somebody else made it, and then it got shipped to wherever, and so I think it's super cool to learn and be a part of, because it's so like important to not just the economy but just like life in general. So really excited to learn more about that, and been definitely being challenged and stuff. So really happy about that too.
Yeah, man. Congrats on the new role and everything. And you're a consultant now, man. You popped into the consultancy world. You and my brother, dude. You guys don't do anything, dude. You just send emails and work a little bit on Excel. Don't give me that. We're all in that sort of world. I mean, supply chain too has popped up even more since COVID and everything. And to see like the company that you've told me that you're working at, to see how a company can kind of like be massive and seem like everything works together. There's so many little problems or things that you can fix to make more efficiencies and stuff like that. And it's almost really cool to be a consultant and kind of bring in that new perspective and those new ideas and make a really good deck, dude. You probably make a really good deck.
I will say, just have to throw it out there. As people can look us up on LinkedIn or whatever. Yeah, so working for North Highland Consulting, but yeah, we pride ourselves on it's not just about making decks; it's about executing and doing.
I know,
and doing the work. So I gotta throw that shout out there. If everyone looks me up, we're different. We're different. We still make some good
different.
Decks. We make some good decks.
Built different.
Built different, reputable source. No, dude, North Highland's like one of the best ones out there. And they're pretty like versatile on different types of projects and stuff, and you seem to be on a good one. And I don't know, man, everything's sales in its own right, and it's being a consultant and learning a system and kind of learning the company that you join. It's not easy to do. And so they do entrust that with some of like the smartest people. So kudos to you. You're an engineer from Georgia Tech,
Yeah, you get it. What about you, Carter? What are your highs?
So, I mean, you guys prefaced it. So, a few weeks ago, saw you, Ryan, out in Atlanta. We went for a music festival. Like, I mean, when you came and visited out in Houston, that was sick. But like being able to come back to the old stomping grounds in ATL and like hit a few pop-up shows, find our way into Diplo, which was wild. And like just being able to go to music festivals, something that like we all have done together from North Coast Music Festival, but just in general, like that's something that brings me so much joy, and I fully love being out there. Like there's unmatched energy. So being able to just kind of take over Atlanta was so sick a few weeks ago. Got cut short, but many more adventures coming down the line. And then the next week, I end up in Wilmington, or it's 2 weeks later, I end up in Wilmington, and I'm with Tburge crushing waves,
Heck yeah.
riding waves like you wouldn't believe, getting base tans, getting burned out in Wilmington, just being beach bums, and like hitting up breweries and just having good times. So when you said like the hanging with friends, I have been lucky enough in the past couple weeks not only just hanging with family and being around everything here in Charlotte, but I've seen two of my best friends, and like we've had bang up weekends, like banger weekends. And I mean, I even did it last week, like going to Charleston for a music festival. So I've been like beached out, oceaned out in the best way possible. I'm like, summer is hitting. Summer 2025, not bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we had great
And then
times. Yeah.
awesome times. And then the third thing I had was I just did pickleball. I did like a pickleball evaluation to get like official rated and
Oh,
everything. So there's this place here called the Charlotte Pickleball Center, and it's like legit. It's like two huge indoor facilities that have like 20 courts in them and everything. And you go out there, and I played with like a 4-0 group, which the highest level you can get is 4-0. That's like advanced. But you go out there to get evaluated and get your score and everything. And I haven't played in a few months and everything, and I'm working on getting back into it. But I was out there and I got a 3.75, which is like advanced intermediate
nice.
sort of level. So I got something to work towards. I'm working towards my 4.0 score, my 4.0 rating. And it was awesome, bro. Like the people are really, really cool. Everybody was so good, dude. I lost my first 5 matches and I was like, okay, I gotta lock back in. And ended up winning the next one.
Nice.
And I sweat through my shirt, dude. Like, great workout. You know when you just get a good workout in and then like everything kind of clicks together, you just feel that much better. That was me today. So that was a big high of the week.
Nice. Especially with this doubles
So
or singles.
Who was the best player out there?
so it's doubles,
Okay.
number one. And so you just constantly are playing round robin. Dude, there are some like old men that are just, it's kind of like golf, dude. You have some guys that can just hit it so hard. And then you have the old men that are just consistent. Like just the way that the ball comes off their paddle, it's just like perfectly placed and everything. We had a range, mostly guys, but it was like, there was this one guy, and you could tell he was good. He had like the knee bands.
Oh yeah.
So like he doesn't have the arthritis. He's got like a headband there. He's got the glasses, and this guy just swings so hard. And just the angles, bro. Like you see it, and you're like, everyone wants to kind of come at pickleball, but when you do it, dude, it's like, damn, these people are kind of legit. So, yeah. Guy in Nike blue shirt. He was sick.
With the hand?
With the headband, dude. He was elite, man. But dude, I loved it. I'm probably gonna get into it, so I'll be insufferable for a little while, and then I'll get my ratings up, and I'll be like, yo, what's your rating, dog?
4.0.
Yeah. So, all right, those are great highs, boys. I guess that's moving into shout out of the week. You guys got anybody you want to shout out? Ryan, why don't you start this one?
I guess I'll shout out my sister Lindsay. She just won a tennis match yesterday. Speaking of racket sports,
Nice.
So yeah, shout out. We were just hanging out, and then she went to play tennis. So yeah, it was good seeing her. I hadn't seen her in a couple weeks. We both just been out of town.
Did you watch her play?
I haven't seen her play since I was like a kid. I used to go like all her tennis matches in high school because she's like 6 years older. So I was like a little kid, and she was like playing like varsity when she was in like 7th grade. So yeah, I was like going to all her matches since I can like remember as like a kid. But no, I haven't watched in a while. But yeah, I should go out there one day. But it's too hot now.
I know. Hotlanta for a reason, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude, get the racket going. It's summertime. Maybe find an indoor facility though.
For real.
Hey, great shout out. Tburge?
I think I'm gonna do a well, isolated shout out, but general shout out. Shout out to my dad, Father's Day yesterday. Eric
God, I
Burgess.
was thinking about that one.
Yeah, same shout out to all the dads, and you know, everyone deserves love and time with their family, and dads are always usually there for them. So just want to give a shout out for my dad. I'm gonna have a fun weekend with them next weekend for this upcoming one. I didn't get to see him yesterday, but I just want to shout out my dad and all the dads out there. Give them their
Yeah.
love.
They get their flowers, dude. Happy
Mhm.
Father's Day to all the dads out there. I'm a dog dad.
Yeah,
You're a
dog
dog dad,
Father's
Turner.
Day.
I know. Some people hate that when they do that, but it is what it is. I think that's a great one, dude. Father's Day, I went and played golf with my dad and
Nice.
actually Christopher, Julia's fiance, and his dad, and it was just like, you know, the men out there playing golf. It was the most dad thing you could ever imagine.
How'd you
But
play?
it was, bro, I was trying out a new putter, dude. I couldn't hit a
Oh
putt.
no.
I couldn't hit a putt, dude. Like every time I was needed to hit a putt, I could not hit it. I'm never using that putter again,
Yeah.
man. I shot a 97.
Whew.
So, yeah, I know. And I'm usually like an 18 handicap. So, it was a little bit over than what it should be, but like that's like one of those sports too. If you don't play it a lot and you don't like continuously get better, I'm like, why am I out here again and just missing these shots? Yeah, tough.
Tough.
Couple of tough ones. But my shout out of the week will be, I think I've got to say, I'll shout out my sister. So we got sisters and dads as the shout outs here. Been living here for a couple months now, in Charlotte, and Julie's my neighbor, and like it's just been so cool having that family there. I mean, Ryan, you have your sister kind of close, which is just so nice, and like you guys are able to share those moments and stuff, and like I consider you guys both brothers, so you guys are kind of like real close to me as well. But just like being able to be around Charlotte and have the family around, it just makes life a little bit easier. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Oh yeah.
So
How's it go? Is he your landlord, or like is her fiance landlord?
yeah, so Christopher's my landlord. He's he's a pretty chill
Pretty
landlord.
chill.
Get a good family rate, good family discount rate, which has been pretty nice to have. I'm in this one bedroom, sort of, it's its own separate house. Like it's got a kitchen, it's got the living room, it's all open space. You can actually see my bed back there.
Nice.
But dude, it's been like so easy and convenient. I mean, the money gets paid on the first of the month every month until
Oh yeah.
something happens. We're in good standing. And not everybody's always tight with their landlord or whatever, but if you get one that's family, you kind of don't want to fuck that up.
No.
So you're
No.
like, we're good.
You
But
you
it's
would
been
be
solid.
surprised. You'd be surprised.
I know. There's horror stories out there, man. But I think it's been going great, and just like little things around the house or kind of making it a home. It's been cool. I'm happy. So, all right. Now, we've been kind of going for a little bit, so we don't have to do too much here. And this has been an incredible episode so far. Just the boys kind of kicking it, which I'm thankful. But I asked us to just bring a couple topics or things that you want to talk about, whether it's like the news, whether it's like what's going on in technology, sports. Now, I can start with one, but I also do either of you have one that you're like, this is a good topic to talk about? Anybody want to jump in, or I can throw one out?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we talk about this a lot, but dude, AI just like
AI.
I've been out of like the news and stuff for a bit, but like just having some conversations with just like people I know, it's just I feel like people are kind of getting seeing through to the other side. It's like, you know, everyone's using it for their job now. You're training that AI to do your job. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
I
understand how
know.
you can see it any other way, right?
Mhm.
Like, we're just
It's so
training the
bad.
AI to do our jobs, to run our world. Like, I don't see how the logical conclusion isn't that they take over. Like, it's the sci-fi movies.
Mhm.
Like
Absolutely.
somebody's got to talk me down. I know, Carter, I know you're big into this. Tburge, I don't know if you're big into that AI or what's going on or use it a lot, but like, so you got to tell me, man, what's the light at the end of the tunnel?
I don't
Yeah,
see
T
much
Birds,
light.
what do you got?
I mean, I'm on the same boat where,
He's a libertarian at heart. What do you think?
yeah. I mean, but that aside, like, I mean, I mean, it could replace like so many jobs in the market, and I mean, yeah. I mean, who hasn't used AI to type up a little email or some type of document or whatever? It's nice in that way, but like you're saying, Eckhaus, like you're literally training it to do your job. So I don't really see a big light at the end of the tunnel. I've always been a fan of iRobot, kind of
Love that
knowing that
movie
that
with
might
Will
happen.
Smith.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
fucking love that movie. Oh,
yeah. So
am I
I
allowed
don't
to
see
swear?
great anything. Yeah.
Dude, it's getting closer and closer to being real.
Uh-huh.
Like,
They're doing it in China.
like I am scared, man, because I'm on AI all the time and it does better. So not only does it just give me information in seconds that would take forever, but
Mm-hmm.
I actually listened to something today where it's like machines communicate with each other. They can do like 100 megabits, say, of like information to each other immediately. Like, hey, research this, boom. But like when people talk to people, it's like 100 megabits. Like we're sending ideas to each other,
Mm-hmm.
but we're only talking about one thing. While simultaneously, all these AIs are just logging everything on the back end
Mm-hmm.
and filling you in where they give you an easy response and you're like, okay, great, this is awesome, I can use this. But there's a point where, yeah, it's learning exactly what you're looking for. So it's not only giving you the idea,
Mm-hmm.
but it's taking away your creativity or like how you go through something
Yeah.
because AI does it better than me. So why would I go anywhere else? It, it's going to be bad.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a side note, but a couple weeks ago we had an Uber driver that was in the military, and he was like, "You guys got to start doing research into AI. Like, we've seen how it's used in the military, the civilians. Like, it's going to be a rude awakening in a couple years if you're not up to speed." So, um, yeah, definitely a little nervous about it. It's good and green for some things, but long term, what is that? What is that going to be like in 20 years?
One of the things that
So, yeah.
I find funny is, and I obviously don't want to get anyone in trouble, but I've seen this at work. Like they're like, oh, don't put proprietary
Yeah.
information to Chat GPT, or like, oh, we have
Yeah.
like our own instance of like,
Mm-hmm.
Llama or Chat GPT. And literally like started this new job, and literally like the first or second week, I see multiple people just using straight up just like Chat GPT. Like not like the company approved version or like some other stuff, just straight up Chat GPT through like their browser. And I'm like, dang, now all these companies have all this data from all these other companies too, which they
Mm-hmm.
previously wouldn't have access to. Like you think Google and Microsoft aren't harvesting that stuff from all
Oh
these other
yeah. Oh
companies?
Everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Google's been doing it for 25 years. They have
Mm-hmm.
25 years of just Google searches. But I mean, it is crazy. A lot of people are now using AI over Google, which is like no one ever thought Google was ever going to go away. But now it's just taking over this thing where I I I don't like it, but I'm like first to AI before going first to maybe choosing something. If I'm doing research on something, and it's almost like too easy. Like everything that's like too easy is never always great. Like
Mm-hmm.
the internet or just like, dopamine on your phone. Like we
Yeah.
spend all this time on our phone. And now the phone, dude, I remember there was a moment where 10 years ago, like you could have your phone, but like you could put it down and like be like, I don't really need it.
Hmm.
You can't walk around or do anything without it now. It's actually like a part of our body. And once that AI kind of infuses there too, it, it's scary what can happen
Hmm.
because we have everything at our fingertips, but we don't retain anything anymore.
No. Yeah,
This,
I agree.
this is kind of an unrelated thing, but that kind of reminded me of something. It's like whenever I see a business that says cashless, like that's some BS, man. How
Yeah.
can
That's
you not
BS, bro.
accept some legal American tender? Like
Hmm.
that should not be allowed. Like you should not
No.
be
It's
allowed to
actually
not
against the
accept.
law. It's
Really?
actually against the law. So it says for public and private tender. The
Hmm.
US like law is that they actually can't say that, but where they go by is they say, "Oh, we don't have money on hand though, so we can't give you
Oh.
change." So you kind of have to pay the exact amount
Hmm.
to pay that forward. But I agree with you, dude. Cashless is it is crazy, man. Cash was king, and now everyone's on a card, which just creates so much more debt. I'm like,
Hmm.
guys, guys, we got to do something about this.
And that card's on their phone. They don't even have the physical
Yep.
card anymore. Everyone just has
Yep.
Apple Pay and Google Pay.
Hmm.
What's the world when AI can start hacking bank accounts and like say, okay, they do
Or
this in
shutting it
China.
down. Hmm.
They do this in China where if somebody they have like all these cameras and they watch people like WeChat is like a
Yeah.
huge app for people. It's their banking, it's their social media, it's their Google, it's all of it. These cameras, they have their bank accounts attached to them. They can find a person that jaywalked
Yeah.
and like fine them money or withhold money from their account. Like we don't have like tangible assets anymore. Now everything's
Yep.
digital.
Just numbers on a screen.
And I think that crypto in its own right was like one of the biggest things to kind of lead to AI research and
Hmm.
compounding everybody to be like, okay, now we're doing digital payments because what does everything follow? Like sex and money, right? So if there's money attached to it, dude, that's where it grows.
Hmm. Hello.
Hey, one sec. Come on.
Ayo Luckies. This episode is brought to you by CharmND. CharmND, hold a piece of Notre Dame in your hands. This year, I've gone on a quest to make sure that you guys are able to have the best Notre Dame products that feel like you're on campus, that you're in the spirit, and that you enjoy, and get a piece of Notre Dame. And so I have added a couple new things to the repertoire, from earrings, bracelets, keychains, all that. But our newest one is the Motel keychain, where it's a key to Notre Dame Stadium with a golden helmet and a shamrock. And then it's also a key to the Golden Dome. So get your novelty pieces, get your pieces ready for St. Patrick's Day coming up. And this always supports the podcast. So thank you very much. And love thee, CharmND. Let's get back to the show.
Hey, what is it? Oh, sick. I just got food from my sister. Shout out Julia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go. Thank you, Jay. I'll talk to you later. Um, yo, look at that.
Dang. Fire.
Ooh, damn, that's fire. Um, I mean, I there are some amazing things that it can do,
Hmm.
like for healthcare or for like hopefully you're able to kind of rid and like find cancers immediately. That's awesome. But what is an insurance agency going to know about you now? Being like, yeah, this guy's going to actually die in 15 years. We already know. We're
Yeah.
going to boost up his premiums.
I could. Yeah.
Like, what's to stop that? I mean,
Dude, that's scary.
Yeah.
bro, insurance agencies run the world
That's
too.
about it.
Your
Yeah.
girlfriend runs the world, bro. um, because like they have all this data about you. They know you better than you know yourself. And I think the personal factor will always be important. But they're kind of like I'll be going on, dude, and they're kind of like figuring out my style too, and I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, thanks, but also, whoa.
Too far.
Tburge, do you use it a lot or not really?
Not too much. I'm very like anti-AI essentially, uh,
Yeah.
for some of the reasons we laid out already. But I mean, it's nice if you just want to, you don't feel like typing up something. You're like, just make this 500 word document or whatever. But no, I haven't used it. I try to do it with some sports betting, but I don't think AI is into sports betting yet, so not too successful with it.
They don't know us. They
I
ain't gonna
don't
pick
know
today,
humans.
boys.
Yeah, the human factor. There's always the human factor.
I mean, could it get? Everyone talks about Palantir, and you were talking military before, but these commercial businesses and then the government. I mean, they just had this big beautiful bill come out, like, oh, the big beautiful bill, where one of the stipulations, which I think is one of the biggest things, is that they said that they don't want to regulate AI
Hmm.
for 10 years. Like, no one touches it for 10 years because they're
What?
worried that if we do regulate it, China will get ahead of us or other
Uh,
countries will utilize it. But, dude, unregulating it
10
and
years?
essentially just letting Facebook and Google and Palantir, they dictate everything, dude. Governments don't really have that much power at the end of the day. It's crazy.
Mm-mm.
What do you think, Ryan? Is that are we doomed though? Are you on doomsday prep?
I'm not trying to be. I'm just like, thinking the logical conclusion. I mean, like right now, I use it here and there just for like simple things, but I know so many people that are using it all the time. Like the whole like that it's replacing Google search. Like I
Mhm.
never even thought of that. Like I still Google everything, and I
Yeah.
never think of. And plus, it like always like the AI summaries on Google are always terrible. Like they're always wrong. Um, I don't really know what the know what the end game here is. Like, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think there's a ton of useful things for it, but it's like if I'm a company, I mean, I assume right, you want to develop like right artificial like yeah, you want to be the iRobot society, right, where everyone just sits
Mhm.
on the couch all day and then the robot does
Do
everything for us.
everything.
I forget exactly what that movie was like, but
Hmm.
yeah.
Oh, what was that? What was that movie? Wall-E? Like
Yeah, it's the
everyone
same
becomes
thing.
super fat. Dude,
Yep.
I swear to God, Hollywood is prepping us.
Oh, they're
Like,
priming us, yeah.
we act like, oh, that'll never happen. Like, we're
But
not that far away.
have y'all watched Black Mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like dead on, like what our future's going to be like. Probably, at least some of the episodes. I had to stop because it freaked me out too much. I was like, I can't see this because I can see it happening in the future. I can't be freaked out too soon.
I mean, and also the biggest thing is like the compounding effect. I
Hmm.
don't think I've seen anything that in 2 years, right? It's been about 2 years of AI kind of coming onto the scene. First off, AI has been here for probably 15 years and it just got released to the
Yeah.
public like 2 years ago. But second off, like how fast it's become a part of daily life now. Like it is kind of in every single conversation. I can't think of something that has just like popped onto the scene and literally changed everything in 2 years as it has.
Hmm.
Maybe like crypto payments, but that took time too. We got to figure out how to make some money on it, boys. We got
We can try.
like like business plans or things like that. I have heard one thing that people do is they'll like be like, I want to make $1 million this year. Give me the roadmap to do that every
Huh.
single day. What do I need to do to like wake up,
Oh my
grind,
god.
and like get this money?
Wild.
That's pretty insane that they could even calculate that, figure it out.
Yeah. And then, bro, these deep fakes and
Hmm.
everything, these videos, I'm not gonna lie, like you can tell that they're AI because they're for some reason they're doing like stupid videos where Trump is like, saying absurd things, which he always says absurd things anyway, but where you're like, okay, I know that's fake. Who's to stop somebody just doing AI where it's like, hey, let's actually just have him act like he's serious, says something serious, and you put that on blast. That's gonna be smoke and mirrors everywhere.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can't trust anything now.
Dude, that was kind of the other reason that I really brought this topic was because I just saw something. Somebody showed me. It was two dudes sitting next to each other. Like it was one of my buddies. Somebody took a picture of them, and I have no idea how they did this, but they uploaded it to some AI thing, and then it turned it into a video of them kissing. And like, yeah, it was a pretty bad video, but like,
Yeah.
what's that gonna look like in a few years? Like anything's gonna be able to, yeah, you can't trust anything in a couple years. Like, how is it? Like, where's the regulation?
I have no idea, man. And no one wants to stop anything. The bill
Yeah.
won't do it either. But honestly, bro, I've done over 115 episodes of Luck Management. I'm sure that they have my voice, they have all my
Oh, yeah.
ideas, they have all these theories. I could live forever kind of like digitally. I feel like I could make an AI. This is AI, by the way. I'm
Yeah,
not
not
actually
even
here,
real right
guys.
now.
I assigned my agent to do this, my AI agent. But there was this guy. Have you ever heard of Diary of a CEO?
I haven't.
It's a podcast. And this guy just had an agent up, and he just said, I want you to order me water and bring it to my house. And this agent, like, put in the credit card, went to DoorDash, assigned the water, like, put in the directions of where they need to deliver it. And then, like, 10 minutes later, water showed up on their doorstep.
God.
Like, faster, easier, and he didn't have to do a dang thing.
Mm. That's
Man.
nice, but it's a little scary at the same time.
But yeah, so like I do think it's like one of those things if we don't try to embrace it, then we get left behind.
Mm-hmm.
But if we do try to embrace it, are we just contributing to the problem? Are we stuck between a rock and a hard place?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I know. We're just the plebeians at the end of the road, just being like, "More bread, sir."
I guess, yeah. I guess I'll keep up with the times.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, dude, thank you for saying that, because I was like, and like music now, you've heard some AI music, you've heard some tunes, AI and digital art and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna make everything, you have to be so original. But
Yeah.
like I stated earlier, I feel like I'm less creative now because of AI. So the real one's gotta stick to it.
Use that brain. Use our own AI in our head.
I know. Would you guys ever put the microchip in? Would you guys ever go Neuralink?
No.
Yeah,
Absolutely
me
not.
neither. Okay, I guess this is kind of on the AI topic, but I'll throw one out there too. Like clones, okay? Dolly, I don't know if you guys remember, like in the 80s, everyone was like, "Oh, Dolly, we cloned a sheep." And it was like super sick. And then nobody talked about it anymore. Like kind of went by the wayside. And then you see all these videos of like I know Mitch McConnell's like 85 years old and he shouldn't be in front of a camera, but he like freezes up.
Yeah.
Then you got Elon Musk standing in the White House. Like, did you guys see those videos of where he's like kind of like computing things in his mind with, and you're like, what is happening right here? You got Katy Perry who's like robotic. I swear to God, there are more clones among us than we think, man.
I could see it. I've seen some deep stuff out there. I don't know if it's worth diving into, but yeah.
No. But I'd say watch out, dude.
Dude, that's another Black Mirror episode. Clones.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. I mean, going back to that Neuralink thing, that was one of the episodes in Black Mirror with this guy. This guy, he has a family, or had a family, and was basically like kind of thrown out, and you know, wasn't allowed to see his wife or daughter ever again. And they literally grayed them out in his vision. So even if he was near them, he couldn't see them. They're just gray, and he like couldn't hear them either. It tripped me out so much that like they could literally, like law enforcement could do that to someone. So that was just like, holy crap. Like you just see this like static like the static TV, but that's like the outline of a person. And I was like, if they can do that, that's something I don't want to be a part of. That just scary.
I know, dude. I actually think that the reason like AI and all these things are like happening, and like you can love or hate Trump, but I think that the reason why Trump is like trying to bring back manufacturing is because it's more manual work and stuff like that. So like all the digital things that are necessary will be done by AI, and like we may have to go back and be like, am I strong enough to go move this or this or
Mhm.
that? I don't know, man.
Yeah, but the
I
robots will just go do all that stuff
Yeah.
now. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
We need
I
maintenance
know,
techs though.
dude.
You gotta fix the robots.
Yeah. You know what? I think that next time we come on the pod, we do the pick of the day. We start talking about what we can do in AI, or we connect it to the betting group that we have. Figure out something there.
Gotta get what happened to RJ? He's been
I know.
Bro, that man's out in Miami. He's in Florida, where sports betting isn't even legal,
he's on
That's
that
so he's
insane.
not running his model.
GPT model.
I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of the policeman of the pick of the day, bros, Ryan. You're checking how people are doing. Hey, you check the model, the GPT model. You can't trust AI. It wasn't
Mm-mm.
hitting on
Dude,
everything.
It was missing.
Well, yeah, because every time I tried to bet it, I would lose.
Yep.
And then
Me too.
I was checking it out. I was like, I don't know if this seems right, but it was cool stuff. And it's definitely cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've tried to do some stuff. Yeah, the code I wrote was all just like I didn't learn anything. I just said, hey, Chat GPT, like write me a Python script. So I don't know how to write I used to know how to write Python code, and I was trying to learn it, but I just ended up using Chat GPT. So now I never learned anything, like you were saying earlier. So
All right, we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure that out, and we're gonna do that. But that's a tough discussion, boys. We've been going for a little bit, so the last thing I want to do, and we'll get into more topics next time we come on, but I guess in the world of like AI and work and how we may end up having more freedom of choice or things like that. Like, if you guys could do anything, I know we all like our jobs that we're doing now. What do you guys think you would do outside of this realm of sports? So, like, what's a passion you would follow? Would you open a restaurant? Would you, start a podcast? Like, do you guys have something that would be like sick? Like, did you guys want to be astronauts or like what kind of would be alternate universes for you guys?
Hmm.
If money didn't matter, right?
Yeah, I well, you said outside of sports, but I thought just being like more like businessy type thing would be like being like an agent, like representing like big movie stars. I mean, I wanted to be a sports agent, but in the realm of not talking about sports, I mean just like
No, that's fair.
representing
That's
like big, who I don't even know who else gets represented, but like yeah, like entertainment, like negotiating the contracts, because like my buddy, he was just like backstage with somebody. He's like, yeah, this guy got me backstage at a Fisher concert because he's like Fisher's lawyer. It's like, oh, you don't even think like a DJ or like all these people have like lawyers, but they all have like lawyers and agents. Like, oh shit, you could do that and still get backstage. Like,
Mhm.
that's lit.
that seems so. Yeah, being like a agent or lawyer, like accountant to the stars, that would be awesome.
Friends be eating, bro. The friends we all eat. Pick of the day, bros. We all eat together. I would be, dude. Yeah, I'd probably be a DJ, dude.
I
I
was
would
gonna take that.
love to be. I would love to be behind the board
Mhm.
and like shout out Theo, Austin Smith. He's been running it. You guys have heard the mixes and stuff
Oh,
I've
yeah.
sent. Like it's sick. I'm his hype man. I'm his official hype man. So I'm hoping he goes big because if that's the case, dude, I'm the guy. I'm the guy on the guest list. But like mixing music, I know good music. We hit all those festivals and everything together. I love that shit. So I think I would do that. Like the travel of it. I feel like it can be lonesome at some point because you're like in the stage and sometimes it's better to hear it from the crowd. But man, like just to create. And it's
Yeah.
kind of like subsequent to the podcast world. It's like I love creating and like doing that world. So what about you, Tburge?
That was actually going to be my choice, but I'll pick something different.
That's a good one. Hey, you could jump on that too, man.
No. I mean, I think it'd be epic. Just fun lifestyle, and then like you talked about creating music and just creating vibes, like knowing people love your stuff, and um, it's happy
Yeah.
times. So that's a good one. But I know we kind of said unsports related, but I've always
It could be sports adjacent. Yeah.
my dream, which obviously I didn't fulfill, would be like a GM for a sports franchise. I think it'd be so fun to like run through financials and evaluations and building your team adequately, drafting. As a big Hornets fan, we haven't done a good job, so it's been frustrating to watch. But
Yeah,
it'd
they're
just be
ass.
fun. It'd be fun to build a team, win a championship. Like you have that camaraderie with everyone there, and
Yeah.
I think sports GM would just be such a fun job.
That would be so sick.
It,
I'm 100% with you.
it's funny. The reason I didn't say DJ was because like I just like that's why mine was like DJ adjacent because it's like I don't think I could do that lifestyle. Like I felt like
Yeah.
you got to go to like they're going to like 2-3 places in a day. Like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
every Saturday they're like festival in the morning, then they hit Vegas for a day club, festival at night. Like
Yeah.
I'm like I could do it for a little bit, but I could not uphold that lifestyle. So I would just want to be like a groupie on it. But a GM,
True.
that's awesome. Who you taking number one overall if you had to pick tonight or if you had to pick this year
For the NBA or
draft?
for
Yeah, if the Hornets had the number one pick.
Cooper Flag, for sure. Easy.
Bro.
We got
Rigged.
robbed.
NBA rigged.
We got robbed. I was going to talk about it, but I don't want to get heated tonight.
Yeah, gotta keep the vibes vibes good around here. No, dude, those are all good ones. Maybe we all become that, dude. You never know. World's our oyster. But boys, pick of the day, bros episode I think was lit.
Oh yeah.
This has been awesome chilling with you guys. So I appreciate it. If you guys have any last words, just I love you guys.
Love y'all too.
We need a little update. I see Judge has a hit.
He does?
Oh,
Yeah. Who's the other guy?
Brandon Lowe on the Rays.
Brandon Lowe hit. Bang bang.
Hey,
Winner
let's go.
winner.
hey, on the pod, going for
Bang.
50.
Let's go.
You're the first to 50?
No, I'm at 49 now.
Okay, I'm going to 50, dude. I'm trying it tonight. We'll see. Shohei Ohtani. Let's get it done. I wrote also on the Phillies. How are the Phillies?
Phillies up 2-1, top of the seventh.
Nice.
Let's go, boys.
getting there.
Comfort, but got a long
I
way
think-
left. We're almost home.
I think we was talking to Tburge, like once we kind of hit like 100 picks, or like at least all of us kind of get to that level, we'll start monetizing these babies, dude. People want our picks. Come
Heck
on.
yeah.
So, hey, I appreciate you boys. You guys are two of my best friends in the entire world, and I love being able to create some content and be on the pod. So you can find us on Apple, you can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Already said that. Anywhere. But as always, keep living the Luck Management lifestyle. Peace. And then I'll pause it there.